Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you decide to watch this. I am late. Uh, I need to talk to the doctor. My period is late, apparently. Um, Before we get going on this, I do intend to go over this video right here from Michael Ehline, his attorney reaction, municipal cops versus sheriff, who wins in the jurisdictional power battle, with emojis, because nothing says that you are a professional more than emojis, right? You're gonna say, well, you know what, Murby, what are you doing sitting there in a white t-shirt in your backyard? Does that make you a professional? No. But you see, I don't need to have the trappings of being a professional and being knowledgeable when I can just display how knowledgeable I am. But anyway, we're going to go over that on Saturday. I have a gentleman, hey, Master Sergeant, or monosodium glutamate, whatever the boots are calling you lately. So on Saturday, I have a gentleman who is an active law enforcement officer. He was a deputy sheriff. He is currently a police officer, and he will be going over the video with me, the attorney reaction, municipal cops versus sheriff video with me. I'll be providing. Unlike Michael Ehline, I don't look the cops for their legal analysis. So I'm going to be looking to him more for a everyman's understanding of what was going on and how these kinds of things get resolved in the real world. Because last time I checked, it's not a very common thing for cops to go to court to sue sheriffs over who has jurisdiction over what action, etc. But we'll go over that on Saturday, hopefully starting around 10 a.m. Pacific. I just need to make sure that his schedule works with that, and then we'll go from there. But today, hopefully this is going to be a short video. Hopefully Ehline doesn't stick his dick too far up his own ass on this one. This is a video that he made and then took down. It came under two different titles too. Let me just see if I can't find the other title real quick. I want to go to this. There's that one, and then there was, it didn't save it into my history. Oh, the other title was, and I got to make this full screen. The other title was Why I Turned Down MERB, Patrick D'Arcy. Why is it doing this? Well, hey, perfect. My little thingy blocks the channel name. Oh, that's perfect. The other one was Why I Turned Down MERB, Patrick D'Arcy, attorney at law for mediation of solicitation. And then this one is Why I Ignored Patrick D'Arcy, attorney at law. Maybe we could do that for this one too. For mediation of solicitation, MERB rejected debates. Well, we'll see if he actually figures out that different states have different laws. I mean, are we going to be taking bets on whether or not he gets it right and he actually understands that different jurisdictions have different takes on it? Because I haven't played the video yet. I have played this body cam video, shows tensions flaring. I did watch that. I have not watched this, but I just want to point out something that I find hilarious. He has these tags in all of his videos. Hashtag legal advice. Is this dumb motherfucker giving us legal advice? And then he has hashtag legal insights, hashtag law explained, hashtag jurisdiction law, hashtag legal breakdown, hashtag legal analysis, hashtag legal education. But I mean, legal advice. If he's giving us legal advice, that's usually no bueno. I mean, I don't know what the hell. But by the way, I liked your stream today, MSG retired. The throat punch stream. I think that's going to be interesting. You know, with that Miles guy, Todd, whatever the fuck his name is, generally specific. You know, even if he is everything that he says he is, I still have questions. Like, if all of the vets around him, if all the vets who interact with him, like, this fucker isn't passing the sniff test, then maybe he is still a vet. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it'll be interesting to see what the DD 214 says and to see if he is all of the things that he claims. But anyway, that is neither here nor there. We are going to go back to this, and we are going to go into theater mode. Oops, share this tab instead. And we're going to listen to why Michael Ehline decided to not respond or to ignore Patrick Darcy. Let's check it out.
Edition of Ask Michael Ehline. This is where I teach people the law in an unorthodox manner by using examples that we see in the news, case law briefs, but it's all about exposing the Leviathan and its instrumentalities and taking back your right.
I just wonder if he's nicknamed his dick the Leviathan. You ever wonder that? Like, is because he wants to expose the Leviathan so bad.
Rights. Know the law and mean to keep it well. Come here to learn from an expert to know your right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to.
You know, the sad thing, Javers, the sad thing is that Legal Eagle, who is a fucking moron, I watched one Legal Eagle video. It was on basically trying to justify why some female superhero could like basically rob another dude, and why somehow that was like not illegal. Because I can't think of a single jurisdiction in the continental United States or in the territories where you can rob someone through physical violence and take their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Legal Eagle tried it, and even Legal Eagle knows that you shouldn't be giving legal advice. You need to see a doctor if your penis looks like, resembles, or in otherwise could be mistaken for a kraken, because that's gross and weird. Oh, don't lie to us, pants. Do not lie to us. Do not lie to us.
Take down this channel.
Yo. Hey guys, what's going on? Hopefully you can.
Yo. Word to your mom. I came to drop bombs. I got more rhymes than a ball's got songs. We're going to have a rap battle.
All hear me. This is going to be an early one for you. I just wanted y'all to kind of.
He tells his wife that all the time too. Hey, babe, this is going to be an early one for you.
Understand what's going on here. A lot of mudslinging going on, and I finally figured out who's behind it and why.
It's not mudslinging. It's not mudslinging. I am literally pointing to statutes that prove you wrong, like the Federal Tort Claims Act. Oh, did he take that video down? The Tort Claims Act video? Let's see.
The insurance company is not your friend.
Was that a live? Oh, that's right. He did take that one down. Oh, you got spanked so hard you couldn't even edit it to the point where your dumbass thinks that it would at least pass the sniff test. Oh, that's bad. Maybe he made it into a video. Into a video. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it even made it back to a video. Can't edit it hard enough there, Mikey. What's the problem, buddy?
It's all happening. And I think that all of you should look very carefully at who you're getting information from before you continue to.
Well, like what specifically should you be looking for, Mikey? What should you be looking for? What is indicia of someone who's giving you good legal advice? Say, for example, a guy who takes down his videos or a guy who doesn't. Who do you think is going to be more honest in his approach? A guy who references actual laws or a guy who doesn't? A guy who, I don't know, graduated from law school and a guy who allegedly didn't or maybe did. I don't know. He changes his tune. He says that he got his law degree without going to law school. I don't fucking know or really care. I'm not like a Darcy who tries to be like, well, I'm going to slam you for the law school you went to. I judge people based on how good of a lawyer they are now, but I think you're missing a lot of your fucking basics. Like, I have never seen a lawyer missing as many basics as you have. It's crazy. Like, just about every lawyer I've ever talked to has like some kind of basic gist of like constitutional principles, separation of powers principles, the idea that different states are going to have different laws, the idea that you need to actually read those laws before you start giving opinions about them. You know, do a modicum of research. But what are your parameters, Mikey? What are your parameters for who someone should or shouldn't trust? I'm going to guess it boils down to you should trust Mikey and you should not trust anybody who doesn't agree with Mikey. And why? Why is that? Well, Mikey won't have a fucking answer for you. Mikey thinks he's right, except for the fact that he's taken down videos where I fucking spanked him left, right, and center. Gave him a little paddle, a little how's your father, you know? I've made his cheeks a little rosier, you know what I'm saying? You know? A little spanky spank.
Hang yourselves further by your petards.
And how would one hang themselves by their petard? Oh, he's, so unfortunately for Josh has a go-to guy. I think he might be branching out a little bit now with his generally specific fella, or Miles, as the boys like to call him. Is it because the other troops ran trains on him for miles, something like that? I don't know. But anyway, Mikey's like a little pet project of mine, because I have said it before in videos in the past that like one of my big things here is correcting mistakes of law, is correcting legal misunderstandings. That's like my big thing. That's what I do. I'll sling some mud along the way, but my big pet peeve was laymen coming out and saying, hey, this is the way the law is, not understanding that that's not the way the law is. But now I've got a bar certified attorney who at least has a license in 2 states, who's coming out talking like he had someone else take the bar exam for him, because he doesn't know shit from Shinola. It's amazing what he doesn't know. Like, I'm a first-year family law attorney, and I'm fucking flabbergasted by what this motherfucker doesn't know. Like, I'm sitting on a live stream, not having watched any of his videos on the post office thing. And I'm like, wait a minute. I remember reading something about jurisdiction of post offices and the time that it became a post office was the thing. And then I do 10 seconds of research. I mean, you see me boop, go over to another screen, another tab, and start Googling it, and boom, there's the fucking answer. And Mikey, who's been practicing law for a lot longer than I have, doesn't know shit. Like it is so crazy. It is so fucking crazy. It's crazy.
But the one thing that has been burning a lot of people around town is
syphilis. Syphilis has been burning a lot of people around town. If it hurts when you pee, go get a shot. The doctor will take care of it. Don't spread it.
You know, why wouldn't lawyer Mike Ehline, take on Merb's invitation to have a debate?
I didn't invite him to have a debate. See, he can't even fucking fathom the difference between a debate. Now, down here in the description or the title of it, it says, why ignore blah, blah, for mediation. And it's not mediation, but he's a PI attorney. He's framing everything as PI. So he thinks mediation. It's not fucking mediation. This is having a neutral make a decision about what the law is. It's not mediation. Mediation, the neutral doesn't make a decision. The neutral doesn't give an opinion. The neutral, the closest thing to that a neutral would do in a mediation is walk into the room with you and your client and be like, hey, look, these are the problems in your case. And so I think you're asking a little too much. Maybe you should calm down. And then the mediator would go into the other room and say, hey, these are the problems in your case, and I think you should come up. At best, the neutral in a mediation is supposed to remain neutral to facilitate the mediation. But he's so dumb and wrong that he's thinking that this is a debate. It's not. This is each of us making an argument to a finder of law, a judge, who would then make a decision about what the law actually is. That's what it is. We'd be using a mediation service like JAMS, arbitration and mediation service, but the neutral would be making a decision.
And I guess pass a bunch of money around. But since we all saw
pass a bunch of money around, oh, this motherfucker knows the money would be passing in one goddamn direction. The money would be passing to me. See, he asked me to go on his channel and have a little talk. I think he even called it a talk. But no. I didn't want to talk, and I especially didn't want to do it on his channel because there would never be. So the problem is first of all that I hate to denigrate everybody. Oh, as soon as you get over here, we'll jump in, and what stays below the surface stays below the surface unless it bubbles up a little bit, and in which case it's soup. But the problem with Ehline's audience is it's not lawyers. Lawyers aren't watching his videos. It's not judges. So leaving it to his audience to decide something like this. I mean, look at the bullshit that he spews out every day, and his audience is like, "Hey, man, that's great. That makes sense." And when you actually break it down, like what the fuck is he talking about? Like when he went from talking about group defamation to DEI to public figure / the actual malice standard. Wrong Josh, bad Josh, dumb Josh. I don't know why the fuck you think that I want to talk to you. I've explained multiple times, and you are too far gone, sir. So get off my nuts. Don't think I like you. Don't think I care about you. I have given you the benefit of my largesse, and you have pissed it away. And you get to sleep in the bed you made, sir. Anyway,
last night Darcy's response, and now we know why. But one of the things that sort of bothered me is that Darcy made a comment about, well, you know, I was a prosecutor and I know solicitation. And
so just like Darcy minded my channel to get my hot takes on the law, apparently Ehline minds my channel to get the hot takes on the law. Because I said, Darcy, this is what Ehline's going to say. And Ehline's like, yeah, that is what I should say. Because why think for yourself if you have someone as pretty as me to think for you?
I know how I would rule on this. And yeah, you're right.
He didn't say he'd know how he'd rule on it. You're coping, Mike. You're coping, Mikey. He said, I've never seen anybody charged with this. But the implication is there. The implication is that it doesn't fucking exist. Just like I told Darcy. It's almost like I'm prescient. It's almost like I know shit. Stuff. It's almost like I know things. You don't know shit means you don't know anything. So if you know shit, that means you know stuff, I guess. I don't know. See, I have a problem. See, a lot of people don't like watching me because of their fifis. Like, oh, you know, Merv gets too excited, angry, upset. You know, you're giving off chilly vibes. You're doing this, you're doing that, but they don't actually address what I am saying. Like, they don't actually address my argument. So while I appreciate your attempt at being on the team, Xanowin, you know, saying that someone gives you the heebie-jeebies, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, apparently I give people the heebie-jeebies. You know, pick somebody, they give somebody else the heebie-jeebies, right? So instead of just saying, I don't know why, like, take a minute, think about it. Think about why, think about what you watched that was wrong. And try to go beyond the looks, right? Everybody wants to talk about my looks, but it's an easy way to say that someone is dumb, bad, or wrong. It's an actual ad hominem, instead of saying like, oh, your argument's fucking retarded. You're retarded, but your argument's retarded. And because your argument is retarded, you're retarded, which is not an ad hominem. But anyway.
Mr. Darcy, and I agree with you if we were talking about California, but I was talking about general legal principles.
No, but see, you weren't. You're giving fucking legal advice. Oop, not this one. Was it this one? Nope. It was nope. It was. Let's go in here. Legal analysis, for those of you who are listening and not reading. Legal analysis. Gain a comprehensive understanding of the elements of solicitation and conspiracy as defined by Nevada law. Explore the legal definitions, case precedents, and potential consequences associated with these offenses. Soliciting a trespass. Examine the specific provisions of NRS Section 199.40. NRS is the Nevada Revised Statutes, and how they relate to the act of soliciting a trespass. He's literally not talking about now or ever. Was he ever talking about general case principles or general legal principles or general common law or general model penal code principles? Because he started off with me referencing a specific situation that specifically happened in Nevada. And then he made a broad sweeping statement. And I pinned him down on it. And he said all jurisdictions, which is not a general common law principle, and it is not model penal code. He said all jurisdictions. It is a crime. Number one, a crime. Number two, in all jurisdictions. Number one, a crime. He said specifically it is number one, a crime. Number two, in all jurisdictions. See, this is the dumb shit. So he is what we like to call lying right here. Mr. Ehline is a liar. Michael Ehline, you are a liar, sir, because you just lied. And so if you want to sue me for defamation, I welcome it. But I'll fucking laugh my ass off when you do, because I literally just showed how you lied, thus making me calling you a liar truthful.
And this is why I declined your debate, because obviously you had not researched the issues in my mind.
Well, again, it is not why you declined debate. You declined the not a debate. You declined my invitation to have a neutral judge make a determination of law, because either you don't have $10,000 or you don't have the fucking belief that you were right. That literally the thing that you said, you don't have the belief that that is right. Because if your stupid ass argument that that soliciting is subsumed, is a subset of conspiracy, you'd win. You would win. You would literally win if solicitation was a subset of conspiracy, because you can conspire to commit a lot of crimes that you can't solicit. And so between Nevada, California, and Texas, you'd be able to pick one of those three where you can conspire to commit the crime of trespass, even though you can't solicit the crime of trespass. Most so statutes supersede common law. Because for those of you out there who missed civics, each of our governments, state and federal, your state, every state has a government that is divided into three branches. The legislative branch in your state and in the federal government is tasked with creating law. And so once the legislature has made a law, i.e. a statute, then that law trumps anything that was created by the judges, by the judiciary, because the judiciary's role is to interpret the law. Now, in some instances, if the law is silent, no longer in federal court, but in state court, well, no longer in federal law, but a federal court applying state law could apply common law in specific instances. But in court, if the legislature is silent about something, then in order for that issue to be fully processed, fully dealt with, in order for there to be a judgment on the matter, the court will sometimes use common law, if it's available in that state, to fill in the gaps. And a very few states have some laws, not all, some laws that have not been codified yet into statutes. Some laws in a handful of states, like 7 different states, some criminal laws in like 7 different states are common law crimes. Well, I think the District of Columbia is one of those. I guess so. State would probably be the wrong word. Judiciary or jurisdiction. Jurisdiction would be the better word. So common law is very rare at this point, because legislatures are tasked with making law, and they love making laws, and they make too many laws, in my humble opinion. We don't have very much common law left. It's mostly statutory. The follow-up question is, would that mean there are very few general principles of law? No. There are quite a few general principles of law. Just like in every state, every jurisdiction, murder is illegal. It is illegal to kill another human being outside of lawful killings, like outside of maybe self-defense or executions or things like that. And a lot of statutory law evolved from or was heavily influenced by common law. And even like because, you know, lawyers work with what they know. And even though like the model penal code is like kind of a fresh take on it, even the model penal code uses a lot of the same words, a lot of the same meanings, a lot of the same general principles of law. So no. No, it is not. It is less and less common. It is less and less common. But back to this.
Fine.
Oh, do I sound like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Do I sound like I haven't researched the issue? I'm literally saying like 7 states. You Google it right now. I said something. It's 7 states, 7 jurisdictions. I think one of those is the District of Columbia. But like, would Michael Ehline have like shit that nugget out for you?
But now that I think about it, you probably just believed what all the thousands of trolls were saying, because this individual attributed a bunch of statements to me that were totally false.
Well, except for the ones that I went into my comment section in a prior video and showed you making, like the statement that said, no, number 1, it is a crime. Number 2, in every jurisdiction. Now, unless you don't know what the fuck words mean, then I don't know what to tell you.
And so what I'm going to show you guys is what's going on. So several months ago, I was doing legal research and I saw a video.
And I think I'm remembering this video. I think I've covered it before, but you know, I still have some time to kill before the wife gets home and I have to do things. So I'm going to continue to cover it at least for a little bit. But like, who goes on YouTube to legal research? Who goes on YouTube to do legal research? For those of you who go on YouTube to watch my videos thinking that you're doing legal research, you're not. You're not. This isn't legal research. You're watching someone who may have done legal research or may not have. I mean, I might just have the information in my head, but no one goes on to YouTube of all places to do legal research. No one does. I know what he fucking did. I know what he did. He saw me making videos about chili. He came in to see what the fuck my gig was about. He came in to see what I was about. He did a quick scroll back through of my videos. He found one that he thought said something that it didn't say, because he doesn't seem to be a very detail-oriented person. So he thought he had me. I know what he did. He thought he had me. This was his, I'm going to fucking get clout. I'm going to get clout over Merb. You know, Merb's the lawyer that apparently all the other fucking lawyers sub to get the hot takes. And he was going to show me up. So he had me, right? He skipped all the other videos that he knew. Okay, he knows what he's fucking talking about. He knows what he's fucking talking about. And he goes all the way back to one where he thinks that he got me. Exactly, Laura. He was looking for a gotcha. And then it turns out that I was fucking right. And this whole goddamn thing, this Whole fucking thing. The whole reason why the whole world knows that Michael Ehline is a fucking dumb piece of shit. The whole reason why everybody fucking knows that he's a liar is because he wanted to play fucking dumbass games on the internet. Play stupid games, win stupid motherfucking prizes. I mean, and I'm not saying I'm infallible. Obviously, I have made mistakes. I've made plenty. All you have to do is Google like Merbeast mea culpa, and you'll find probably dozens of videos where I've been like, hey, I got this fucking wrong. Hey, I said this, but actually the law is this. But this motherfucker wasn't even smart enough to do that. He wasn't even smart enough doing his legal research on YouTube to fucking Google Merbeast mea culpa. Jesus fucking Christ.
Video by this guy named Merb that he said it's not.
It's Merb 34th Street, bitch. Say my name. Put some respect on my name.
A crime for cops to solicit a trespass. And I thought, well, that's crazy. Of course it's a crime. In law school, they teach you that it's a crime. So I did a video about it.
In law school, they teach you that certain things were common law crimes. Certain things at common law would have been crimes. But that doesn't mean it is a crime, because you have to find a state that has that particular common law. They also taught you that certain things under the model penal code were crimes. But then again, you'd have to find a fucking state. In order for it to actually be a crime anywhere, that state or the federal government or District of Columbia or whatever the jurisdictional, the entity that determines what is or isn't crimes in that jurisdiction would have to have used the model penal code or used the common law. In the California bar, again, the California bar still requires you to know California law. And in California, it's not a crime. California law the California bar requires you to know California law. They test you on it. I don't know how drunk you are, Nate, but respect.
About how it could be a crime. I never said specifically that under your state statute or this state statute or that.
You said specifically it, number one, is a crime. It is, number one, a crime. Number two, in every jurisdiction. It's in one of my videos, bro. It ain't ever going away. You could try to find that comment and delete it. It's in a video. You're done. You're done, son.
State statute, it's going to be a crime. You might have to look for other parallel statutes. It may have been subsumed. It may not exist. Now you can see that in the video link that I provided.
But look at the fucking screen right now. Look at the fucking screen in front of him. The title of the video in front of him is, quote, soliciting a trespass, end quote, is subsumed by NRS, Nevada Revised Statute, section 199.480 in Nevada under conspiracy, question mark. You can't tell me we're not talking. You cannot tell me we're not talking about a state law where there's a fucking state statute in the title. How retarded is his audience? Or is that why he deleted this? How retarded is his audience? Or is this why he deleted it? Either his audience is really retarded, or he deleted it because he realized that his audience was like shitting all over him.
In this particular video. Okay, so the next issue is we learned last night that apparently somebody who had a run-in with Chile years ago is behind this. And we heard that apparently he's behind the whole Merb thing. And apparently he's even contacted Darcy, which is what I suspected. So anyway.
Yeah, this is the whole Colin thing. I've been over this video before. He's fucking retarded. I can't, it's so hard. It is so hard for me to watch Ehline because like he condenses stupid. One of the reasons why I can't watch Sovereign Citizens, I have a very difficult time doing it, is because they run their mouth so fast, so many wrong things fall out of their mouth so fast. They say so many things that are so wrong in such a short period of time. And then it takes you like an hour to unpack what they said in like a minute. Like 1 minute of sovereign citizen talk, 1 minute of talking to like the wrong Josh, the meth head Josh, not the pothead Josh. Pothead Josh, cool. Meth head Josh, not cool. But like they say something, it takes them so little effort to be so fucking wrong. And then all of a sudden I have to spend like, okay, so let's explain what jurisdiction is. Let's explain all the different flavors of jurisdiction. Let's explain how you apply to each. Here's like, oh, you were in this state. Here's the fucking state constitution that delineates the specific jurisdictions of the various courts. Here's the statute that says here's the territorial jurisdiction. Yada yada yada. Meth head Josh is broken system, broken trust. And if you tell me he's not a meth head, well, okay. Well, it depends. Most things in the law depend, Logan. Do you want to have sex with me is flirting? Well, I mean, I don't know what kind of ladies you chase, or men, not here to judge. But I don't know if that technically is flirting. But do you want to have sex with me for $20 as long as you film it? Very well might be legal, because you could pay someone to have sex to film it, call them an actress, and probably not illegal, probably not solicitation. So it always depends. It's always fact intensive. You look at any opinion by a court. I hate to break this to you, Donnie D, but this show is chit chat right now. Yeah, but see, now you're dancing. Now you're playing games, son. Now you're playing games. Well, you and I are the only ones who fuck in there, so guess what that means. Anyway, it's been real. It's been fun. Saturday should have a special guest on, and if the fun thing is that I have a bunch of questions for cops. Oh, that poor bastard. So if Ehline isn't entertaining, then I'm gonna basically just depose my guest. I'm basically just gonna depose my guest. And I'm saying this in public now, so if he wants to back out, sure. Or maybe he should hope that Ehline is entertaining in the video that I chose to cover. So yeah, 10 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Mountain, 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock PM Eastern. Be there or not, whatever. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.